Good afternoon, Flosstube. My name is Mandy and welcome to my channel all about cross stitch. Today is Friday, August 18th, and it seems like the summer is just flying by. So this is Flosstube number 94. I've been doing this channel since, things are falling over, since December of 2019, so we're almost at 100 videos in almost 4 years, so exciting times. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for pressing play. I hope you enjoy what you see and that you stick around a little bit. Hit the like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. If you are welcome, I can't talk today apparently. If you are a returning viewer and supporter, thank you so much. Always greatly appreciate you having come around. That was not great grammar. It has been a week, y'all. It has been a week. I've been working a bunch of overtime. Work has been really busy because I've been doing a lot of training, so new hires coming in, and so like I haven't really been doing a whole lot of my own work. It's just been a lot of other stuff, but I've definitely been getting some stitching in, that's for sure. Weather here in Michigan is on a roller coaster ride, that's for sure. Jessie Marie had posted something on her Instagram stories about being on a roller coaster with the weather in her neck of the woods, and yeah, that's definitely been us here too. Monday and Tuesday were rainy. If it hit 70, that was, that was as warm as it was getting. Wednesday it was 80 and sunny and humid, and then yesterday was back to more rain. Today it's like, it's been 60 something this morning. Wind is howling. I actually had to close the patio door because I got a chill. It's been a week. No wonder why I've been fighting headaches all week. So yeah, Jessie Marie, if you're watching, I'm right there with you with that headache situation. So hopefully you'll get a chance to see Stitches, my black cat. If you're new here, I have a cat. Her name is Stitches. And she's going a little crazy at the moment, so I would be surprised if she doesn't come across the back of this couch. Right now she's standing on her. I wish I could easily turn the camera so you could see her without making everybody sick. The way she was just hanging her head off of the side of her cat tower that she's chilling out on. It was really funny. The tower has a little ball hanging from it, so she's playing with that. So it'll be fun if I can get her over here. I know she wasn't in, I think it was my last video that she wasn't in, and I know a lot of people enjoy seeing her, so she's the highlight of my reels, that's for sure. All right, we don't have a whole lot to share. I'm already yearning on, and 3 minutes in, we haven't shown a single cross stitch. I've got a finish, I've got a new start, I've got a finish for now, I've got another whip. Not a whole lot, but let's get to it. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this by now. I have also, there she is. Stitches. Stitches. Come say hi. It's zoom hour around here apparently. Anyways, we will try not to make this channel all about a cat. It is about cross stitch. Anyways, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this finish. I did also post it in a couple different Facebook groups. It's an exciting finish. I'm so glad to have this one done. We're talking about the bald eagle here in the woods. Oh my goodness, girl. Stitches. Hey, you want to calm down a little bit? Apparently not. I have floss boxes on the other end of this couch, just out of camera view. All my stitching stuff is like right here. And so when she decided to jump up on the couch, I think a box fell over, so she's a crazy girl. Anyways, Year in the Woods, number 7. Finally got this one finished. This was the first one that I've started out of this entire series. I really do plan on stitching them all. Finally got one done. And here's where we're at. I do plan on stitching the other two on either side of it. If you go to the Cottage Garden Samplings website, if you have not seen these before, if you haven't seen that section before, they have it laid out where you could stitch them all on one piece of fabric, or the layout if you choose to do more of a seasonal stitching. So 3 to a piece of material, 4 materials. I have all of the material that I need for them. And here's my eagle finish. I went ham on this guy. Last time you saw it, I want to say I had like finished the tail and the wing. I think I had started on the tree and the branch. Seems about right. So since then, added all the little trees, the little cabin, and the big tree. And there we go. We have a finish. This is stitched on a piece of 16 count Bestitch Me in Forest something or other. I don't remember the name of it for some darn reason. I can never remember. If you want to know, let me know. When I got the material, Bestitch Me had a 4-pack that you could buy. I don't know if it's still available, but it's in mind for doing this whole series. So it's not exactly the shades called for, but it's very similar to. So it's Bestitch Me's variations on that called for. So I went ahead and got that pack so that I could stitch them all. So it's whatever forest something or other in that pack. So that's my eagle. I love it, and I'm so excited to have that one done. So I did go ahead and pull the next one that I'm planning on starting. I can't think of anything better to start this time of year than the woodpecker. So I've got some of the DMS. That is a work terminology. I've got some of the DMC pulled, still have to buy some more. It's the red in that woodpecker's head. I love it. So cannot wait to get that one started. No specific plans, like I haven't set a specific date or anything, but that is definitely the one that I am thinking of starting next. Alrighty, moving on. My finish for now that I'm calling it. Halloween Quaker. If you saw last time, I have kind of divided this up along with a lot of other people doing the like dividing things up to try to finish it in a year type of thing. So I've got it figured out. I did a whole drawing of where I plan to kind of separate this out to have this finished in July of 2024. And so I got my section finished for August, and then I put it down. It's funny, it's these kind of things that make me, like, this has been sitting for probably a year. Started, haven't worked on it in a long time. Decided, you know, this is going to be a great piece to divide it up quite, I don't know that evenly, but I've easily divided it up to be able to finish next year. Got to working on it, and it's like, man, I want to keep working on it. Haven't worked on it in a year, but now all of a sudden I've got this plan, and I want to keep working on it. I did put it down. For now, we're going to stick to the plan of, you know, doing a portion each month. We'll see if I stick to that or not. Either, I could see myself either, you know, picking it up finally and not wanting to put it down, or I could see just dropping the whole, stitch, you know, we'll work on it next month type of thing, and all of a sudden, you know, 2 years have gone by and I never got back to it. I am very much of the SWYWWYW stitching life. Stitch what you want when you want. You know, I want to say Michelle Bendy Stitchy told me who it was that started that acronym, and do you think I can remember for the life of me now? It's in a comment somewhere. I know I read it. Can't remember. It's been a week. Have I said how much of a week it's been? Anyways, when I shared this last video, almost 3 weeks ago, I was working on the witch, so I got the witch done. I've seen other people stitching this using like white glow-in-the-dark for the moon, and I wish I had thought of that. I'm just using all called for colors. Man, she looks good. That coverage. I know so many people talk about how they prefer Anchor over DMC because of the coverage, and yes, I've got projects where the colors, you know, could be a little more, they seem a little sparse, but man, she is looking good. Ah! Dropped it on the stitches. Sorry. yeah, looking at it in person, you can see a little bit of the material coming through, but looking at it through the camera, she looks good. So here's where, whoops, where are we at? Here's where we are so far. We'll go ahead and just fold it in half because that's as much as I've got going on. So that's my Halloween Quaker. Lila Studio. I don't think I said that. So we'll see this again next month. I love this design. I want to get it stitched and on my wall somewhere. Although I'm running out of space on my walls. It just means I'm going to have to rotate something in, right? Alrighty. So the next is purchases. Plan, well, I don't know that plan is really in this section, but purchase, new start, all that good stuff. The Witchy Stitcher, Meg, I think her name is, had posted on her Instagram about now she is going through a cancer battle. All these people with cancer, my heart breaks for you people, and I really hope that you are getting the best care that you can get. So somebody had started another hashtag Stitchyforwitchy in support of Showing Meg, all the support. And so I jumped on it. I've had my eye on this design since I first saw it. It's Apothecary Shoppe from the Witchy Stitcher. I love this design. It looks amazing on that brown neutral fabric, but I tell you now, I did not go neutral. If you saw it on my Instagram last night, you saw the material. Another piece that pattern that I bought while I was at it, Witch's Brew. It's called Witch's Brew. So this will be stitched at some point. No set plans for that one, but I love that. I can just see going through like my color and cotton or other hand dyed flosses and, you know, pulling out something to add to it. But I love that. So yes, here is my Apothecary Shoppe. Before I show the actual stitching, take a look at this material. I think it ended up yelling for something Halloween, and I don't know how well it's gonna pick up. There's purple in there, if it's showing up well enough. But here's my stitching. I got the frame complete. You know what? I just realized the needle minder is just right smack dab in the middle of it all. I'll go ahead and move that out of the way. I got the frame done last night. So there we go. It's when it hits the light. You can see it right when I first hold it up. You can see the purple. That is weird. This is another 16 count Bestitch Me called It's a Mystery. I'm assuming it was a fabric of the month at some points. So I'm sure I would have shown it at some point. I found it in my stash, but the label is called It's a Mystery. So, but yeah. Got the border matched up all the way around. You wouldn't believe it, or you wouldn't be able to see it if you tried, but it is one stitch short. You know, short. It's not as wide as it should be by one stitch. Words, man. I realized last night as I was stitching the right side, I was coming over here and I could tell that things just weren't lining up. And so I realized my mistake was somewhere down in here. I was not ripping out all of this to get it put back in. So my original plan was that I wanted to start with the A in Apothecary and work my way, you know, left to right like we read, but that's not quite gonna work. I am going to be able to make this work so that it lines up perfectly, you know, just as well. It's just gonna be easier to make sure it lines up if I start from the right side, work my way left. Otherwise, nobody's gonna be the wiser if I didn't say that it was short a stitch. Not as wide as, however you want. Anyways, this is going to be my Apothecary Shoppe, and I absolutely love this material. And as quickly as this stitched up, I want to say this was like 3 evenings worth of stitching. It didn't take all that long at all, so I imagine that's going to be a finish pretty soon if I actually stick with it. So, yeah, this is going to be a really short video. That's okay. There's lots of Flosstube out there for people to go and watch next. I don't remember if I showed stitching on this whip the last time or not. This is Mini Sea Opal by, artwork is by Elizabeth Welker, charted by Heaven and Earth. These colors have been bringing me life. I am stitching this for my mom. They are her signature colors. She knows about it. It's not a surprise. Here it is. So we're plugging away on page 2. I know I have put probably at least 2,000 stitches on this since I picked it up. I've really been focusing on filling in this page. I've gone past the page marks, both to the right and to the bottom, but I'm still, you know, got some ninja stitches left to fill in. So I'm really close to getting a page finish on this. But it is looking so good. This is page 2. I know I saw somewhere around in here is the halfway point. Either I'm getting close to it. It might be over here a little bit further. So I may not quite be at halfway across, you know, left to right. This is not going to be a huge piece. It's all folded up. 16 count white Aida, 2 strands full cross. How I do all of my full coverage. So loving this piece. I should get back to it so that I can get that page finished. That'll be great to see. And that's all the whips that I have to share. Plan wise, I do have a plan that I need to get this thing picked up. Once I pick it up, I do not imagine it's going to take very long to stitch. But this has got to be done and ready to be shipped out by the end of September. So I don't want to leave it to the very end and, you know, kind of force my way to have to work on it. But this is my Ink Circles Round Robin. What is the pattern name of this? Wings and Things. I did not have the actual picture of it handy at the moment, but I do still have this here. This is Megan's piece. Megan from one of 2 Megans from the Long Distance Stitchers. Go check them out. This is done in a toile and glow in the dark thread, so that's going to be so exciting to get to. So it's kind of it's not just an even all the way across, but there's not going to be a whole lot of stitching to do for my portion of it. I know I've shown this before when I received it in the mail. I just wanted to pick it up because I had it sitting right here ready for me to actually pick up, put it on a Q-snap and get stitching on it. This is stitched in a piece, or the floss is a Rolanda, hand-dyed by Rolanda. And I think Megan said that this was a Stony Creek, but she didn't have the name. I know it's a 14 count. It's beautiful. I can't wait to stitch on it. So that is my plans. I had it set out because the other gals in my group were working on theirs. So I don't want to say they were guilt tripping me into pulling it out to work on it, but you know, everyone else is getting work on theirs. Like, I really need to get to working on mine. So I've pulled it out, figured out where I'm going to work on for the pattern, and that's as far as I got. So plans. I will be getting that stitched. So hopefully I can get that stitched up pretty quickly and maybe have it as a finish next time you see it. The tiniest bit of haul should have shared last time, but I realized it was over on the other side of the room and I was in the middle of filming and I wasn't going to stop and go get it. But I did get a quirky Quaker raccoon, hard copy. And then this was the fabric of the month. Let's see, we're in August now, so this would have been July. I had just received this the last time I filmed, and like I said, I forgot to bring it over here. So I'm sure if you get the neutrals, you would have already gotten it by now. If you don't want to see, don't want to be spoiled, don't look now, but it's called Lightly Salted, Not Roasted. And it is just a very soft neutral, very pretty. No clue what I'm going to put on it. Pretty. I keep thinking that I want to switch to just the all color fabric rather than, because I go back and forth between bright colors and neutral, but I can stand to have some neutrals in my stash. So, and that's it. That's about all I have to share. I knew it was going to be a quick video. I've really kind of gotten hyper focused on a project, that Sea Opal. once I picked it up, it was like the only thing that I stitched on for at least like 5 or 6 days in a row. So it's good to be getting some progress though. I'm getting to have quite a collection of full coverage starts, which full coverage is where my stitching heart lies. I will never deny that. And I'm, of course, now that I'm getting so many started, I just want to stitch on them all. So it's good to actually pick one up and stay focused on it for a while and actually get some progress. So seeing as how close I am to that page finish, it would really be the smart idea to stick with it to get that page finished before I pick something else up. But we'll see. I know a lot of people are doing arbitrary August, and so they've, you know, done the tiny decision wheel app and all that good stuff, which I did put all of my full coverage on a wheel. So the last couple of projects that I've worked on has been a result of spinning that wheel. I'm not doing anything official for any kind of arbitrary August. I'm not sticking, I have no plans of, you know, every other day. It's just been a matter of not knowing what's calling to me to stitch on. So let's just let the app make the decision. And once I have, you know, really gotten some progress on those last couple of projects, it's been great to stick with it and, you know, really seeing more progress. So SWYWWYW life, that's what I can tell you. So, well, I think that's really about it. I don't have any set start date plans. I can see right in front of me I still have pulled Barbara Anna that I was gonna get started when Laura from Stitching by the Shore was starting one. I have yet to even start it. Obviously my round robin. I don't know. We're gonna keep stitching what's calling me. Right now apparently it's the Halloween stitching. I was looking at my list of new starts the other day when I was actually adding Apothecary to it. The last 4 starts now have been some sort of like spooky Halloween. I don't want to say spooky. My stuff isn't really spooky, but it's definitely been Halloween related, but Halloween 365, that's about all I can say. So, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're getting lots of stitching in, and I know this was a short one, so hopefully you enjoyed it. But for now, keep stitching, stitch on what brings you joy, and we'll see you again next time. Take care. It's not stopping.